Hey, what's up, guys? Chef Luchador here again. This one's gonna be about evolution isn't in one day. So you're gonna have to come to the realization and the factual understanding that the evolution of your life and the final results that you seek will not be done in one day, not 1 week, not 1 month, and perhaps maybe not even 1 year. Like I said in my previous videos, I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and I have about only 90 pounds lost right now at the time of this video. But understand one thing, guys. Evolution is not a one-day theory. It does not happen in one day. It is a multitude of days added up together. It is the system of consistency. So as long as you can be consistent, then you will be okay. Because everything has to come into play every day. And the main thing also is discipline. I don't know how to title this video because it has a lot to do with discipline. So once you understand that you need to discipline yourself, that these changes need to be made and they need to be kept, then your evolution will take form. So once you learn discipline, and when we learn discipline, we need to learn discipline in small forms, okay? So if you're used to overindulging in food and that's life for you, like let's say you're eating an 8-piece chicken or whatever, okay, let's not make a drastic change and go to a 2-ounce, 3-ounce, 4-ounce piece of chicken, of baked chicken. Instead, eat the fried chicken, but eat 4 pieces. Get a Ziploc baggie and put the other 4 in there and save those for another serving. You could eat them on the same day. It doesn't matter because discipline comes in small steps. As long as you found discipline to divide that portion. Instead of eating it all in one session, you found the discipline to eat it in 2 sessions. So you are learning a little bit of discipline, and that's good. So now you have to do that with everything in your life now that revolves around eating and working out and understanding. So these are the small steps that you have to take when it comes to building discipline. So if you're eating, a whole pizza, okay, get the whole pizza, cut it in half, put 4 slices, 2 slices, 2 slices in the baggie. Put those in the fridge. Those are separate servings. Now, if you have to eat the 4 slices on the other half of the pizza, you divided your meal in half. That's fine. You are learning how to do this, and every week you will progress more and more and more. You will discipline yourself more. Instead of eating the 4 slices, you'll eat the 2 slices, and so now you'll have 4 servings. Instead of 1 serving, you'll have 4 servings. All this is discipline. Okay, so you need to understand that you need to build discipline. Another form of discipline is portion control. Another form of discipline is healthier options. Another form of discipline is working out afterwards, drinking water, drinking unsweet tea instead of your sugary beverages and such. That these are the small changes and the disciplinary system that you need to move yourself forward into this evolution, because evolution is not a one day trick. It's gonna take a long time for you to get here, but if you understand these changes and you stick with these changes because you are forming discipline, then you will get there. And that is the thing with a lot of you overweight people. You do not have the discipline to change yourself. That's why you're in the pickle that you're in. And it's fine. But you need to come to the realization, and once again, this goes back to my first video, when will I lose weight? When you have that question can only be answered by an event. And so when you have answered that question and you're ready, you will listen to this video, and this video will tell you about the steps that you need to take to start forming discipline. You need to start changing your eating habits. Necessarily, what I say, eat what you're eating for the first month. If you're eating fried chicken, pizza, hamburgers, that's fine. Eat that, but cut it in half. Say cut something out, and don't, like when I say cut it out and use it as a second serving. You can save it, put it in the fridge, it'll be fine. And one thing you have to understand too, my friend, food's not going nowhere. It's going to be here forever. Even after we're gone, food is still going to be here. So don't be scared. Do not have that famine mindset that there is going to be no food tomorrow, so you have to eat it all today. Okay, it's fine. Cut it in half. Save a portion in the fridge for later. You can eat that later. You can eat that for dinner. It will be fine. You don't have to eat it all in one sitting. We live in a civilized society. Nobody is coming to the house to raid your fridge, to take the food off of your plate. Nobody is doing that. And if they are, then you need to address that issue. And so, you need to form, you need to build forms of discipline. So number one would be splitting your servings in half, okay? And the next one will be your carb control. Try to lower all your carb controls because you're overweight. Don't give me that, well, I need carbs to build muscle. No, you don't need enough. You don't need carbs to build muscle. You need to lose weight, not build muscle. You need to lose weight. So cancel all your carbs. Replace those with vegetables. You'll be fine. Depending on what they are, lemon pepper, some salt and pepper, roast some garlic on the side, put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. You'll be fine with the vegetables. Eat more vegetables. Cut out your carbs. And if you can't cut them off completely, lower them down. Portion size. Read the back of the label. Figure out what your portion size is. Weigh it out. If you don't have a scale, make that investment. You're fine with ordering takeout 3 or 4 times a night, 3 or 4 times a week. Go ahead and cancel 1 or 2 of those nights. Get yourself a food scale. Another thing, learn how to cook. I have cooking videos on here, so learn how to cook. You need to learn how to cook. You need to quit going out to eat. You need to quit getting food to eat. It's an overindulgence that you are taking advantage of because you are lazy. You do not have the discipline. You need to build discipline. Learn how to cook. I have cooking videos on there. Learn how to portion size. Learn how to say no. You need to learn. And all of this is a learning process. So don't take this as me getting mad at you. But you need to learn. And it's fine. It's fine. So learn discipline. Those are the small steps that you need to take. Another one will be your beverages. Throw everything out already. Or if drink whatever you have in the fridge, but do not replace it anymore. What you will drink is water and unsweet tea. Those are your only two allowed beverages to drink from now on. Learn discipline. Be disciplined. In order to change, you need to be disciplined. And so the unsweet tea, put some lemon in it. You could get some sugar subs. It'll be fine. Water, you can get those Mios, or you can get some Crystal Lights, or you can get the bootlegs that they sell like at Walmart or HEB. So they'll be a little bit cheaper. Sometimes they got coupons for those also. So, I mean, you could be on the lookout for that. But that will drastically change everything. And it's little by little, day for day. 7 days make up a week. 365 days make up a year. So if you do that consistently, you will change. And another thing also with discipline, if you fall off, if you happen to break that and you overindulge in one of these days, that's fine, okay? Just get back on the horse. Find the discipline to get back on your schedule. Find that discipline. If you ate the whole pizza on the 7th, 8th, 28th day of your changing, it's okay. It's gonna happen. But find the discipline to put your foot down. Okay, now I gotta pick it up again. This is how discipline is formed. Discipline is not easy to do. It is hard. And so now you will portion size, no carbs, more vegetables, salads are fine, easy with your salad dressing intakes. Everything has to be discipline. Start reading the nutrition labels, start getting your macros together, start understanding your caloric intake, your caloric deficit. Everything becomes a number, and everything becomes a discipline to that number if you want to lose weight. And so this and all this stuff, it goes into your mental log, and so you'll start understanding, like, okay, the craziest thing is when you start measuring out the foods and the calories, and you'll be like, golly, man, I was eating like 4 or 5 times more than that. That's why you are in the state of a physical being that you're in, because you have no understanding and you have no discipline. But once you find those, everything changes. Find a discipline to make time, 1 hour a day, to go to the gym. You don't even have to stay there for an hour, but just make that time. If you go to the gym and you're scared, just get on the treadmill. Get comfortable. Find a discipline. You need to find a discipline to make these habits. Disciplines become habits. And so once you keep doing it over and over and over, and you find that discipline to do it over and over and over, it becomes a habit. And so that's what I want y'all to understand, is that evolution is not a one-day theory. It's a lifetime. This stuff becomes a lifestyle. It doesn't just become a change of life. It becomes a lifestyle. And that's what I understand about this. I'm learning to eat healthier, and I'm learning to be more portion controlled on my eating. I go to the gym almost every day. I'm talking about 6 to 7 days a week, and I'm in there for 2 hours a day. I'm addicted to going to the gym, and that's just how it is, because you see yourself, the numbers going down, the body's getting tighter, the clothes is starting to fit big. You will change. You will feel that change. You might not see the change, but you will feel the change, because your clothes is getting bigger, the belt's starting to fit tighter. So I just want to leave y'all with that to ponder for a little bit. So understand that evolution isn't a one-day theory. It's a consistency. It's gonna take months, years, because it did not take you a couple months to put on 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 100 pounds of weight. So it's not gonna take 6 months to burn all that weight off. And if you do that, be very understanding that you're going to have to deal with loose skin and stuff like that, and you might not be happy with the results that you get at the end because you lost weight too much. So understand that it honestly is a process, and it's an understanding of that process. And the mental aspect of it is, this society nowadays, we are in the age of instant gratification where you want everything at the snap of your fingers. And it's not like that. Once you understand that it's a marathon, not a race, you will slow down and it will become a-okay, because what you want is, you want to do as much as possible, as quick as possible, to get the fastest results as possible. And it's not like that because you have not trained your mind enough to deal with what you're changing. So once you understand yourself mentally, the physical part will come through. And discipline is mental. Just like I said, weight loss isn't physical, it's mental. So once you can start dealing with these mental disciplines and say, no, I'm going to split my meal in half, I'm going to eat less, I'm not going to eat those because that's not what I need in my diet right now. I'm going to the gym. I have to get my clothes ready. I have to. Once you start doing that, you'll understand and you'll be better off for that. So that's it for this one, guys. Remember, take care of yourselves, man, because no one else will. I love you guys. I hope this helps somebody. If it helps at least one person, I'll be all right with that. So once again, adios, amigos.